Welcome. So this is basically the first video of an introductory showing how I created the advanced powerarmor Mark II helm, and this is the first video basically showing you how I created it. And after you watch all the videos, you'll know exactly how to make your own helmet. That's what you want to do. Now I have a side-by-side comparison with the T51B helm and the Remnant Armor helm. Now the Advanced powerarmor Mark II helm is similar to the Remnant helm, but it's also different. Now also one thing to mention, these two helms here are scratch built. Neither one were made by the pepakura method. However, this helm here is pepakura, and for the beginner it's basically the way to go. I mean, these helms are good, but it took a lot of work making them, trying to get the lines right, trying to actually hunt down all the parts and components to make it. So I would suggest that you use pepakura. Now, two of the main methods that I'm showing you how to make the helm, one of the process I call modding, and the other process that I use to get the 3D model is called ripping. Only because ripping, you use 3DX Ripper to get the program, and I call the other way modding because I use the mod manager from the GEC. And when you create a mod, you can download the mod managing tool, and what that will allow you to do is that will allow you to actually activate the mod. So, well, because of that, you can extract the 3D models from the game and pretty much make whatever kind of model you want from Fallout. So this is the helm, and at first glance it looks sort of big. However, when put perspective next to the T51B, then it's actually not that bad in size wise. Now this helm is a lot smaller because this helm here is actually was constructed for my son. Now I can wear it, however it's not comfortable in any manner of the way. It's uncomfortable helm to wear for an adult, and the main reason is because of, I'll show you, it's the crest. That is this little part here at the top that rides on your head, and it's uncomfortable. So I have padding and all that stuff in this one. Okay, so I left this helm, let's see, can I get it? It's a little on the big, it's a little big inside, but that's okay because all my helms always, for the most part, put fans in them to keep you cool. And what you have to factor in is that you're gonna have fans and padding. So let me show you an example. Okay, this is my T51B helm, and I have a, I'll show you. Inside I have a battery pack for the light and also the fan. I also have an area here for the fan to go. So when this helm is in use, when the fan's inserted, it sucks cool air in from this vent, because this vent here is functional, and this intake here, well, that allows the air to come in from the front and then it exits out the back. And the fans I normally use are just computer fans and fans out of the little small air conditions that have the thermal cooler. I just normally use those. But it's a lot of stuff that you put in them, a lot of detail, and when you do that, you're gonna want to keep cool. So that's a size-wise comparison. So this helmet looks right. Actually, after I started doing the comparison, it's actually pretty much dead on with my T51B helm. So the scale, I think, is probably right. Now, the reason that I'm doing these videos is really to help people out. Most of all of the methods that you will see on how to make your 3D model, because what I'm actually showing you is how to actually gather up the PEP files to make your 3D model and actually put it in pepakura. And there's a lot of information out, but a lot of it is out of date. It's from 2008, 2007, 2009, 2010. So the information is outdated. When you can do the steps now, if you're making Fallout armor, so you know, I'm assuming that we're all trying to make Fallout armor because Halo armor has everything. If you needed to make something for Halo, you don't have to do any of these methods because it's the Halo wiki. It's tons of Halo models that you can use to build. So you don't really need to go through all this process when you need to build a Halo model. So really the problem becomes when you want to make a model from Fallout, and I'm going to show you how to do it. And because Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas has the GEC and the mod managing tool, you no longer need to worry with using 3DX Ripper. So making a 3D model using that, trying to accumulate all the stuff, is an arcade method of gathering your armor, which is the reason why I call that modding, because you just use the Fallout mod managing tool, extract the armor, and then you're done. Now, for Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout Tactics, then you're definitely going to need to use a 3DX Ripper to get any of those models, because it is not a GEC. And the actual format to do that, I'm not exactly sure what format. I've actually extracted models from it before, but I don't remember exactly what format that's in. But this is one of the models that I got the old way from using 3DX Ripper. But you don't have to get this model by using 3DX Ripper. Somebody's already went through the trouble and accumulated it into a mod. So that means you can mod the helm instead of going through the hard, complicated process of using 3DX Ripper. Okay, now back to what I was saying about the helm. When you look at this helm here, this is the helm that I made from Fallout New Vegas. It's the T51, not T51. It is the Remnant armor, and inside it has the padding, and you can see inside it's a bunch of. Let's see, can I get it in the light so you can see it? Yeah. So there's a bunch of padding inside of it, and the padding is what keeps you comfortable. And you can see it has lenses in here, which is what I use to see out of. And it's basically simple, straightforward, made out of fiberglass and a couple other materials, but it's basically just fiberglass helm. And I use some power conduit that you use to wrap your little video game course or computer or whatever. That's what I put on here for the tubes. So that helm I built for my son, and getting everything ready, trying to get all the lines together, It took a long time building that helm from scratch. It is, and even then, it's some parts of it isn't exactly how I wanted it, and it's not game accurate. But you can easily, simply rip it from the game using the 3DX Ripper or the mod manager, and you can make pretty much whatever armor you want. And the main reason why I want to get something together so that all of the people who love Fallout can come to one place and get all of the Fallout armors without having to go through this process, because it seems like, I know a lot of people have made this helm. I'm not the first one, and plenty of people have made this helm, but they don't ever share it, or the links go dead. And you may want to make them. You may want to make one. Like if you go to the pepakura site, this helm is there, but the author's locked it, so you can't use it in Pepakura Designer. So there's tons of reasons why you would want to learn how to make your own model, so that you're not tied to the author who wrote the model. He may not want you to change it around. So in my opinion, you're always better off just by dealing with the straight up vanilla armor from the game and modding that into whatever you want, because that way you're not tied to an author, you're not tied to any one method, you're not having to pay people to generate or make 3D models, which a lot of people do, but I don't know why. I mean, you just get one out of the game, but you don't have to do any of that stuff. It's not that hard, not that complicated, and I'm basically showing you the steps that you need to go through to get it. So I hope you enjoy it. This is just like the basic introductory video explaining how, and I'm showing you the different helms to show you that I can build them, because a lot of times people will say, well, this is my project I'm going to begin, and they don't know how to make a helm. I never built helms before. I clearly know how to make a helm, and I'm just showing you the helm first so that you'll stick with it and see exactly how it's done, and hopefully you will write Pepakura files yourself and make them available for everybody, so that all of us can just do what we love to do, make armor for Fallout. So this is, like I said, it's basically the introductory. So I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.